Here we are. Okay. This is neat. I really want Dark Depths. Flying an Indestructible 2020. It's not even that good, but there is the combo with it. I like Fractured Identity. I like Soulfire Grandmaster. I want to do infinite turns. That's what I really want. Oh, wow. Kogla's interesting. Yeah, I don't think Dark Depths is the best here. I think Fractured Identity might be. And I like both of those a little better than Jace. I go with Fractured Identity. This is the control win condition that everyone ought to love. To know and to love. Counterspell. Oko. Gotta go with Counterspell. That one's tough. I have a preference for these 2-mana counter spells, and not everyone might have exactly those preferences. Can't be countered. 7 mana. When you cast a spell... Wow. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. This card's good. Pretty darn good. Take Signet, however. Take Signet because we want to ramp a little bit. And I don't mind being green-blue. It's a cool art. You don't really know the scale of it. I mean, this could be a, on the microbial scale. Looks like it's in a petri dish. Tamiyo. I like that. I kind of miss the old Tamiyo. Or even the blue-green Tamiyo that would bubble things. Whatever set that was from. Snapcaster is pretty good. Read this again. I don't know. This is good. It is good. Tap up to 1 artifact or creature. It doesn't untap. God, it is good. I have to go for Snapcaster here. And now nothing. Regrowth could be good. And I guess my second color is white. Boros Signet could be good. Condemn is really nice against certain decks, although it's not that reliable. Just gets attacking creatures. It does target it. It doesn't destroy it, but it tucks it. I think I'll take Condemn here. Baral. I quite like that. Hello, Rossi. A land. Yeah, I didn't see a lot of lands I liked in that pack. Fetches and duels are, basically the only things I'm taking before I have some real cards. Baral and Repeal. Repeal is especially nice in this format. Baral is nice, but it doesn't help with our counterspell, except that it loots a little bit. Helps with Fractured Identity, and that's not nothing. But Repeal might be a little more important. That was a close pick. Armageddon, not what we want. Red Elemental Blast. super good against us. I'm not as in love with Intrepid Adversary as some. Horizon Canopy, that's actually really good. And I think the full cycle of these is in the set. Yeah, is in the cube. Yeah, I think I'll take that. It bridges the gap between green and white as our splashes. Hydroid Crasis, Relic of Progenitus. That's tough. Generally, I'm not going to want a lot of these win conditions. This one's pretty good. It's a pretty good top deck when you're hellbent. But Relic just beats some decks. Soulfire Grandmaster's back. I was going to first pick this. So I guess I'll take it now. Wow. Birds of Paradise is back. Elspeth is a little too heavy white and a little too aggressive. Well, it does make a 1/1, so it's good in like a dedicated white-blue opposition deck because it makes creatures every turn. But Birds of Paradise is going to be more important if we end up green, blue. Relic Warder, Progenitus, in case we get Natural Order. More reason to be Mirari's Wake. I'm so disappointed by this. This is like one of the coolest frogs they've printed, and the art is just so bad. It doesn't look like a frog at all. Must be the teeth. All right, Fauna Shaman. I'm just avoiding green, black and red at this point, unless there was something ridiculous. Misty Rainforest, that's huge. Otherwise, there's no power in this pack. Jockle Hops. Very few red cards that do anything to enchantments. That might not be true anymore, but I think one of the only ones that did it was Chaos Warp. Target permanent. One of the few things that red has to deal with enchantments. Yeah, Misty Rainforest, that's great here. And then if we can find some dual lands in our colors, I won't complain. Not our colors, red, if I'm avoiding it. Nissa and Narset. Am I not control anymore? What happened? Am I ramp? Am I Nissa? I don't think we're Nissa. This one is good if you're like super heavy green. It's probably fine otherwise. Wow, Archon of Valor's Reach. Choose Artifact, Enchantment, Instant Sorcery, or Planeswalker. Players can't cast spells of the chosen type. Makes my head hurt. Vampire Hexmage, I could take that so someone doesn't dark depths us. But this is a league, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to take Narset. I'll take it. I'll take it. Life from... What is this doing in the cube? They really changed up the cube here. Is Dredge supported? I mean, it's still a 20 life format, but you only have 40 cards in your deck. Is Dredge really supported? You just mill yourself half the time. Not to mention, I don't know if there's any cards that really make sense with it. There is a land recursion deck, certainly. Wrenn and 6, that kind of thing. I like Ulamog. I don't know how we're going to get it into play, but it's a problem for future Bill. Restoration Angel. Time to start sorting by mana value. In case there's a deck here. Tundra. That's a really good one with Misty Rainforest. I like Glen Elendra too. But I think we need the mana fixing. Boseiju. This is good in this format, but You really don't want to give your opponent a land. It can come in as a green source, which is good. Yeah, Boseiju is fine. Courser of Kruphix. Do we need that? I'm just going to take Gitaxian Probe. I don't know what this deck is going to be yet, so let's just delay until we have a better idea. No, not Magus of the Order. Natural Order is what we want for Progenitus. Magus is too many loops to jump through. It's probably fine in a limited set because it's a 3/3 for 4. I mean, it's cool because it gets anything, but it's just too slow. I like Daze. Cultivate might be the right card, but I'm going to take Daze. Fact or Fiction. Elvish Reclaimer. Here's a good one for the land deck. Don't think that's us. Echo of Eons, no. Fact or Fiction, or Sylvan Library. They're similar, aren't they? Not really looking at Memory Jar. Dockside Extortionist, as a note, is pretty neat in this format. It counts your opponent's, I'll take Library. It counts your opponent's artifacts and enchantments. You get that many. Yeah, there it is, Natural Order. So late, too. This is like a supremely powerful card for the right deck. And I don't know. We don't have green creatures yet, but maybe we will get some. Both of Druids. That's another direction this deck could take if we cut all our creatures. Nissa's back. Your forest becomes an elemental creature. It doesn't become green, for what it's worth. But that's the kind of thing I want now. Plowunder, Nissa, Elder, Gargaroth. Magus is back. Natural Order, Magus of the Order. So it looks like we're just not doing too much of this. I might play the best of our white-blue cards, like Fractured Identity. Narset might not make it. The blue might not make it. Soulfire only makes it if we find a combo. Garruk. Lotus Petal is nice. Urza could be really nice. And Mind Twist. The nice part about Mind Twist... Well, Mind Twist is obviously good just to accidentally win the game if you get to cast it. The bad part about it is we don't take out the blue. Well, I'm building around our most powerful stuff, which is like Natural Order. Otherwise, what, Counterspell? I mean, I love it, but it's a support card for like a control deck, and we don't have the rest of it. We don't have the rest of that deck. This is tough, though. Garruk helps all of our stuff, and Mind Twist is really tough for us to cast. We go Garruk. And if Natural Order can get passed around that late, maybe Mind Twist can get passed around a bit later, too. Green Sun Zenith, that helps us get Birds of Paradise, but that's kind of late. Savannah helps us cast some things, and we have a fetch for it. Green Sun Zenith. Huh. Green Sun also gets Progenitus, but it has to get a green creature. I'm going to take Savannah. This is looking like a train wreck. Caryatid's a gift. We'd love another big monster, but we have nowhere near enough early stuff. And this goes straight from 2 to 4 Natural Order. Oh dear. Okay, Eternal Witness. I can get behind that, especially if we find another fetch. That's not super likely. Then Tireless Tracker. Tracker. Magus. Yeah, I don't have enough creatures for this deck yet. Tireless Tracker. I'm going to take Eternal Witness. Kind of tough call. There's another good late game monster for Natural Order, and if we get enough of these creatures, we're kind of starting to pick up some creatures. Oh, sorry, Oath. I don't know what that's doing there. Late pickup. Well, we still only have 3 early creatures. Lion Sash. Is this a crazy card? Exile a permanent from a graveyard for 1 white. The creature gets +1/+1 for each 1/1 counter on Lion Sash. That's neat. Aha! I guess we were in the right deck all along. Raphelos. Get our turn 3 Ulamog. Dream big, after all. Ancestral Vision. Phantasmal Image. Temple Garden. I hardly have any white now. Hardly any white at all. Botanical Sanctum, not what I'm interested in. Hardly have any blue, anyway. I could see taking Image, and I could see taking Temple Garden for the Wake. I'll take the Image. Sundering Titan. Ooh, and Cathar Commando. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. 3 mana, though. Sundering Titan's so fun. Our deck's awful with it. Petal's fine. I guess I'm happy to see Green Sun Zenith. Can actually do something with it. Remus and Progenitus, is that enough to make Magus of the Order worth it? It's easy to, to do a cube draft. You just pick a card from every pack. But I guess pretending to do it well is the real trick. Honestly, the trick, there's 2 tricks. One is knowing what all the cards do. I guess I'm not even there, because some cards I don't even bother reading. But I know what most of the cards do. Most of them are cube staples. But then there's sort of knowing the decks and which cards are good in each deck. But it's really not so hard to... Once you're in a deck, it's really not so hard to just like auto-draft it. Oh, there's only 2 cards in this pack that go in this deck. Ignore all the other ones. But yeah, to get to that point, it takes some time. And I certainly started out just by watching people. Then a lot of trial and error. The tough part is sort of switch. Well, one of the tough parts is sort of switching strategy. That's true in any kind of draft. Yeah, Rossi's got it. So I started out taking Counterspell and whatever. And if I committed to that harder, I wouldn't have gotten this beauty. Or this thing, whatever it is. Heartbeat of Spring, that's always too dangerous. I'd much prefer Mirari's Wake. And our mana base can support it. I'm really not liking the lack of early plays, so Lotus Petal becomes a bit more important. Normally I wouldn't love to play Lotus Petal. Play all these early creatures, though. Natural Order. Plow Under, not sure about that. I mean, it's either double Time Walk or does nothing. And if you're behind, it can often do nothing. If you're ahead, it's double Time Walk, but you're already ahead. These are our big monsters to natural order into. Then we have mana doublers. Manamorphose might be fine too. Just a nice cheap cantrip. While we're at it, we could cut blue entirely. We don't need repeal. Fractured Identity is ridiculously good. But if we cut that and image, we could play Plow Under and no blue. But then we have this Simic Signet hanging around. We could play Relic of Progenitus instead of that. And we're just, yeah, we completely pivoted out of blue. I like this a little bit better. It's always a battle between power and consistency. And blue gives us more power, that's for sure. I'm not sure how good Phantasmal Image is, even though copying Avenger or Woodfall Primus would be solid. You already have one in play, so it's not... So then it just becomes how good is your opponent's deck, and if you can copy something early to mess them up. Magus of the Order, I guess we'll play that. The setup cost is high, but it's one of the better things we can do. And it's a lightning rod, because your opponent has this Magus of the Order to... to threaten them next turn with who knows what. Signet versus Manamorphose. Yeah, there could be something there. Why do I like Manamorphose? I don't. In this deck, I'll often cut Signets because we have enough ramp, but in this deck, we don't. So is the card better? Is getting to 4 mana better? The only reason the card would be better is if we didn't have a creature already. Otherwise, what are we ramping with Signet? That's tough. Manamorphose is just cycling. Yeah, I'll take Signet. Good, well spotted. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it added white, that'd be even better, but being half on color is totally fine. Even being not on color is fine. You'd play some off-color Signets in a deck that didn't have too many mana requirements. Especially an artifact-based ramp deck. Like, one of the big payoffs for the artifact deck is the Planeswalker Tezzeret, the early blue one. And pretty soon after it comes in, it can animate all of your artifacts into 5/5s. And you don't need many of those to just run your opponent over. Similar to Garruk. If you have a few creatures and you plus this, then you get to overrun with its ultimate. And that is a lot of damage. These days, the Planeswalkers don't often have a game-winning ultimate. Sometimes they do. Anyway, we just need like one Planes. If that. It wants us to cast Progenitus. It really does. Sorry. We'd need to copy Manamorphose multiple times to have any chance about that. Do we need the Plains? Because how many white sources is this? First of all, we can find Savannah, so I don't think we have any way of finding a basic that isn't Savannah. Then we've got... This only gets basic forests, but not basic plains. Mirari's Wake. I mean, totally worth it if we can get to casting Ulamog or Sundering Titan. Any of our big monsters. And it just makes everything bigger. So Mirari's Wake, Nissa, doubles, forests. Plow Under is totally fine. That's 7 sources of white. Kind of 8 sources of white with Green Sun Zenith. "13 forests for Rafellos. I think we can get away with 1 plains. No, we shouldn't play. We should play another forest. It takes away a little of the flexibility, but here's what we're looking at. The times it's going to screw us to have a plains in our hand. That's like when we have Rafellos. Versus the times we're not going to have the plains for Mirari's Wake, where we have Birds of Paradise. And the only awkward part with birds is if you're trying to not tap it, like maybe you need to block a flyer and cast Mirari's Wake. But those edge cases are so low. And we have, what, 3 lands that come in and tap for it, and Lotus Petal. We're fine. Yeah, this is fine, especially on the play. Zenith gets shuffled back in, so we won't actually have anything to get back with Green Sun. Awkward. Better to play Forest there against Wasteland, I guess. Our opponent is improvising. Oh no, Hexdrinker. That's a clock. We can outclass it, but I don't think we can outclass it in time. Still gonna do this. Sylvan was an option. Oh, I should have gotten Rafellos! Oh no! Oh, I didn't think about it. I should have done Sylvan Library this turn. Green Sun for Rafellos next turn. 8. And then Ulamog on turn 5. Oh, shoot. Where's Llanowar Elves when you need it? Dang it, dang it. Well, I suppose we could draw Green Sun again. Yeah, sometimes it's really worth thinking through all the lines before you do it. I often think through the lines after I do it. Top, top. They're not giving up any life here. Kind of strange. I guess it's not that strange. It's a lot of life. But I figure the first card you get off Sylvan is the most important. Or maybe they want to shuffle it away. Well, we'll see what they do. A 3rd color. Deathcap Glade. They're leveling it up. Nothing I can do. All right, so I always want to do this. Okay, cool. So I think we'll put both of these back. And then we'll play Rafellos. And then next turn we'll have hard-casted Ulamog. Yes, yes. And I think they will not have been able to do Hexdrinker. I'm still going to take the hits off of Hexdrinker here. Don't know why they held up this 2 mana. They could have just used it on Hexdrinker. Maybe they want to daze something? Remand something? If they can't deal with Rafellos, though, we're going to get the cast off of Ulamog. All right, top, top. Library is kind of an awkward trigger to resolve because there's a lot to click and you're not sure exactly what clicking will do until you try it. Looks like we're losing our Rofellos here, but I could be wrong. Boros Signet. No, I can accept that. Unless it taps for red-white and proceeds to do 3 damage to my Rofellos. The ominous Boros Fist. Oh no, it's happening. Oh, they're just leveling up. That's what I like to see. A 4/4. Protection from instants. Not a problem. Oh, but boy is this tough. Huh. Let's give these back. Play the Savannah. 5. Get that cast trigger here. We're going to get rid of Hex Drinker. And something else. Maybe the library. I want to get rid of a land, though. I'm going to get rid of the island. Screw it. They might find one with library, but that certainly puts them behind. And then Nissa. Nissa's pretty good. Yeah, the worst thing for me would be if they steal Ulamog. And blue does help stop them from doing that. Getting rid of red might also help. They've got so many colors in their deck. It could be anything. I have no idea. Toxic Deluge for 10 life. Ouch. Ouch. So maybe I should have gotten rid of black. Top. Top. Good. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Put 3. Aha. Untap it. What an insane card. So now we can just now we can just tap this and this. Eternal Witness to get Ulamog back. Do it all again next turn. Assuming they don't kill Nissa, basically. But even then they're in tough shape. Oh, they did get blue. Maybe I should have killed this Sylvan Library. It's a lot of advantage every turn. Yeah, I certainly enjoy this archetype. Snakes! I think I killed him here. I don't... Wait, do I want Green Sun Zenith? I want all of this, kind of. I don't have an instant win with Green Sun Zenith, but we can look at the deck. Woodfall Primus, Avenger of Zendikar, Elder Gargaroth. Um, let's just put 2 cards back. We could just put Green Sun Zenith back. Figure this out later. So I can tap 2 white for Mirari's Wake. It doesn't double it again, but this is plenty. This will be 3 for each forest. Get rid of the Snake token and the Ephiomancer. And attack for plenty. Nice. They're dead to just killing the Snake token, but I don't want them to get another one if somehow they survive. Fractured Identity. It'd be so easy to splash. It'd be so easy. And it's insane. Tundra. Magus coming out. I'm going to do it. It's insane how good it is. Keep. Okay. As long as they don't have removal. Turn 2, we get Raphelos. And if they kill Raphelos, that might actually be fine. Oh, jeez. Turn 2 Raphelos. Yeah, Green Sun Zenith for Raphelos on turn 2. I never really thought about how good that is. It turns out it's very good. X is 2. Yeah, let's do it. And then I pretty much just want to destroy their lands here until we get a better idea of what we're going to do. 3, 6, 7. Oh, you know what would have put this deck over the top? Gaia's Cradle. Ooh. Ouch. But at the same time, thank you. Huh. These both come into play tapped? No, that one just lets them pay life. Hmm. This is ridiculous. Plow Under puts them considerably behind. But behind, I mean, behind what? It's not like they're doing much. Yeah, natural order is another thing. We could just get Progenitus. We could just get Progenitus. Outclass them here. But then we have nothing to do the next turn. Protection from everything. The only answer they have to it is Toxic Deluge, but they do have that as a possible answer. I think we're going to do Nissa here. Given everything, I think this gives us the best turn next turn. Because I don't know if we win the game where they Toxic Deluge -10 and then don't draw land and do nothing and pass it back to them. I don't think we win that game. Ephiomancer. I can totally beat that. Oh, they're mana screwed here. Oops. Whoops. Sorry. That won't be good enough then. Oh no. Wait, they already have a snake. They already have a snake. We don't need to plow under when we could Ulamog this turn. Search for any creature. Sundering Titan doesn't actually hit any of their lands, but Ulamog's pretty cool. They saw that coming, yeah. Um, Almost any two things we kill beats them. We would have to though. We'd have to kill like Hexdrinker and a Theomancer, because if we leave one, the other gets another big thing. But I would just get two lands. Ulamog's indestructible. If we take out their black source and another source, they can't possibly um, -10 us to kill us, or to kill our creature. -10. What is that card? Toxic Deluge. Toxic Deluge. All right, we're up one match. This is a bit weird. I'm tempted to play Lotus Petal and Fauna Shaman. Maybe I should have. Oh, geez. Hopefully we can just natural order for Progenitus. The only thing that deals with that out of this deck, well, countering natural order really sucks for you. But the only other thing is a Wrath. Blue-white decks also tend to play those. Gideon Jura answers it pretty well. But instead of all those, instead of all that, oh, I don't want to do this. Hold on. Oh, please don't counter this. It's over if they counter this, if they just daze it. All right, so far so good. Get rid of that, it's too expensive. Oh, it doesn't go into my deck. What am I thinking? Oh, and what am I getting here? Um, hmm. I guess now I get Birds of Paradise. Right. Was that all worth it? Sure. Well, we'll see. Gideon probably kills Fauna Shaman here, which really sets me back. I'm up at 6 mana. Woodfall Primus is out of the deck. I'll just have to natural order for Progenitus next turn. Or hardcast Avenger. The nice part about that is then Garruk overruns them. Oh no! Yeah, I'm back to natural order Progenitus being my only way out of this. But they're down to very few cards. It might work. It might just do the trick. Gugh. That's all we got. They haven't countered anything else. Bam! Progenitus. Should have just done it before. because Banishing Light doesn't interact with it. They're going to untap Mana Vault. Good. Because then they're going to be able to do nothing else here. Gideon can plus, so they're on a 3-turn clock. Okay. Wow, it didn't give me an option. That's cool. It used to let you make the mistake. Now what? Caryatid? Or library? I'll do Caryatid. Library's probably better there. No Wrath, please. So far, so good. That puts them at 9. There are things that have you sacrifice attacking creatures or exile them. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're 1 away from Avenger, but Library pretty much guarantees it. All right, your last chance here. Oh no, it doesn't. If they kill both my creatures, then Avenger's a little further off. But we can play around with our life total a bit. I'm sorry, that just does nothing. Because you have to target Progenitus. Nice. All right. Protection from everything. Pretty good. I'm going to do this again. Fractured Identity, it could just steal Planeswalkers. There's just nothing bad to say about it. Not going to bother putting in islands or planes. So we do have the Signet, Birds of Paradise, Sylvan Caryatid, Lotus Petal. And to some extent, Nissa helps fix it, because if we get Tundra out there, and that's our only white source and our only blue source, we could tap it for blue, untap it, and tap it for white. It's narrow, but look, this is Vintage Cube. That kind of stuff happens all the time. Well, I could say it might make Manamorphose better, but Signet also helps. And I don't know what else we would cut, except the order. I like the decks we've been up against. They haven't been very interactive. No counter magic, no removal spells. I guess I just go bigger. I'll say. Yeah, Plow Under would have been really good that game. It's just we just did Ulamog instead. In match 1. You know, doing Plow Under on a mana screwed opponent is great, but if you do it on curve, doing it on a mana flooded opponent is even better. Because then they just actually do nothing for 2 turns. Yeah, any opponent who's behind, I guess. There is one other advantage of switching strategies sort of somewhere in the mid-draft. You don't have as many sideboard decisions. I like a nice, tight sideboard of 3 cards. Although while we're looking at it, we could think about decks where Repeal would be good or Image would be good. Our opponent's deck is like an artifact deck. Oh yeah. All our colors fixed here. Play Tundra late. We have Savannah, right? Not. I think we have the dual lands, not the shock lands. Savannah. So I could do Savannah Birds, Forest Nissa. Ooh. Yeah, that's real good. Just kill a land on turn 3. Yeah, I think we'll do Nissa and then not worry about flipping Nissa. I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. Just a little more efficient with the mana. What do you need? 7 lands in play? Hopefully the game's over by then. 7 to transform Nissa. And then the other side's not even that good. It's just like gonna help you win a war of attrition if it makes it to the late game. Natural Order. You know what I should do? Just get Raphelos. Oh no. Mana Drain, Time Walk, what is it? Ancestral Recall. Index. Counterspell. Classic. Oh, please don't have Force of Will. Don't do it. Well, if I kill Izzet Signet, what are they going to do? Yeah, not much. And even if they do have Force of Will, it's not the end of the world for me. Then they're discarding Counterspell. They can't even daze it. They don't have an island in play. Nice. They're not even going to wait. What if I had all of my targets in my hand? On to the finals. All right, looks good. We're on the play again. Turn 1 birds. I love it. I mean, we don't have hardly any of these turn 1 plays, but we've been drawing very well. It's a tough hand, though, isn't it? That makes it easier. No, I guess it would have been easy. Signet and Shaman on the same turn. Easy. And then 2 turns from now, we've got Primus coming down. And then we can turn any creature into whatever. Oh no! I think they'll kill Shaman here. Was that the correct play? Probably, because it protects Chandra. Shoot. Well, that's certainly interesting. Green Sun for 4? I haven't sideboarded yet, so I still have Magus. Nissa? Eternal Witness? Or untap 2 lands, then a Green Sun for 2, and get Raphelos. It's probably the best play. Make sure to untap the right lands here. Not the ones that cost me life. Oh, oh, that's close. Yeah, let's get Raphalos. Let's get greedy. They're taking a little bit because that's going to be tough to untap. And they can only untap it on their upkeep, so they can't use Chandra's mana. Runaway Steamkin. The worst thing here would be if they bolted Raphalos. Goblin Guide, that's not a problem. Not a problem, especially if it draws me land. I'm surprised they're attacking. I'm a little surprised they're attacking. Just a little bit. Because yeah, they just draw me something. Cool. Cool. Destroy target non-creature permanent, so I can kill Chandra. And that is the best thing of all, because they can't untap Mana Vault. They've got 3 red sources. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 mana. I don't really want to give up too much life. So I'm going to use mana for Probe. Relic. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Primus to kill Chandra. Then they don't have a good way to kill Garruk. And if they'd have to bolt it or something. Yeah. That would be tough for them to come back from. Yeah, mono red. All right. We beat the bad guys. Now what? What do we have against that? Condemn? Soulfire Grandmaster. Just randomly put these 2 cards in because they might be better than, like, Magus. And Signet. And I'll put in Tundra as another Plains, basically. Yeah, that's fine. That's tough, but I think that's fine. God. This hand on the draw, I think we're going to have to do better. Why do I have Relic Mane? I don't know, but this is fine. I'll put Petal on the bottom. It doesn't really help us do much. It would have been fine to start with this hand a little faster. But let's just start with a Relic. This can be good against a red deck if they have the Goblin Pyromancer. Or whatever that thing is. Okay. Now please, please don't kill my Raphalos. They're definitely going to kill it. I think we play Fauna Shaman here. We can't do Avenger next turn anyway. And I'm sure they're going to kill Fauna Shaman. It's that threat of activation. You don't know what it's going to be. So they have every reason to just burn it to death. Runaway Steamkin, and removal. Lightning Bolt. There it is. So I let that happen, and then exile Lightning Bolt. They're going to be too quick for us here. This is rough. And then we can cycle Relic and play Rathalos. Unless we find something better to do. If that survives, we've got a lot of little 1/1s. Oh, and if it survives 2 turns, don't do Chandra. Oh, no. Well, that's over for us then. Game 3. Plus it. You know you want to plus it. No. Yeah, that's over. Can we survive 2 turns? Two more turns? I don't think so. Even if we did, I think we're dead. All right. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we go down to 2 here. So if they have anything, we're dead. What could we draw? I don't know. But wait, there's more. Oh, Goblin Bombardment. That's good to know about. We are dead on board. I like that one in Cube. Not to mention Modern Horizons 2 draft, which is also awesome. Being on the play is going to help a lot. I almost want to play Oath of Druids. But... Or Repeal. No, I think this is fine. On the play. Can't keep that. Sure. Elder Gargaroth definitely stabilizes. We'll put Woodfall Primus back. It's going to be tough to get there. So we'll keep it, put Primus back. Done. Play a Forest. It's going to be real tough to get there. If we can stick a Rathalos with 2 forests in play, then we've got a chance. Alright, now we definitely have to play Grandmaster, so Ragavan doesn't hit us. Ragavan. We found the forest. That's huge. We just need to keep Rathalos alive a turn. Almost doesn't matter what Ragavan does. But that's a really strong start from them. It's possible we could keep drawing lands and then just land a Gargaroth and win. Because not a ton of their removal hits Gargaroth. At the best, they like 3 for 1 to kill it. Plow under. Oh, yeah. Get a creature with lifelink. Get greedy here. Gonna go Rathalos, because if they could have killed Soulfire Grandmaster, wouldn't they have? They can tap and make a... No, what can they do? They can't even do anything with the Foundry here. Ah, they didn't have Lightning Bolt. Come on, miss 1 turn, please. And then it'd be crazy not to do Gargaroth. All right, all right, all right, all right. Grandmaster jumping in front here. Maybe they needed that treasure. Oh my god, yes. Gargroth for the win. That makes a 1-1. They can make a Thopter. The other option is Mirari's Wake. 6 mana next turn. No, I'm going to go for Gargroth here. Vigilance, Reach, Trample, gain some life, draw some cards. Yeah, they're just making a servo. I don't know how they beat this. Even something like Inferno Titan doesn't beat it. Trades with it. Nissa? No problem. They can chump Nissa. They can chump it. No, it has trample. They can't even chump it. This is one of those cards they printed with too many abilities. Chrome Mox? Okay. Or where does that go? It just gets under Chrome Mox. Okay. Goblin Bombardment. Oh wow. Why did they need 5 mana here? Anyway, if they leave us with Raphelos again... Okay. All right. They might be trying to team something up to kill the Gargaroth. That's probably okay. God, it'd be nice to be able to Nissa this, or to plow under this turn. Well, I haven't done it yet. I think I'm going to attack with Gargaroth and draw a card. Draw a card. And if it's a forest, then we can do everything we need to. Yes. Assuming they don't kill Raphelos second main. Or free second main. So, wow, they don't even block it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Why didn't this work the way I thought? No, it does work the way I think. I think. Yeah. Okay. Nissa. Untap this, and then plow under them. And that should finish things up here. Yeah. Yeah, good luck. Yes, all right.